Alright, you guys ready for day 2?
Yeah.
Charlie,
What?
can you say Hulk smash?
Hi, Matt.
Hey Henry, who's on your shirt?
My name.
Charlie, who are you?
I feel shocked.
I just don't get who's on Mama's shirt. Who's on Mama's shirt? I don't get it.
What's that?
I don't get it. Who's on Mama's shirt? It's a dad joke. Leave me alone. It's early.
We'll get to the toys. Look at, here's Thomas.
Everybody, go to Jumper Jump! Yes, Spider-Man parade! That's the only thing you can do!
Henry,
No.
who are you gonna call?
You can help. You can help. You want to scan or open the trap? What do you want to do? Scan. All right.
Wow.
Point it down. Good job.
You help capture Slimer.
All right. Yeah! All right, again, close the door so we get him in there.
Henry, step on it again. Oh, we got it. Henry. Henry. Oh. Who are you gonna call?
Okay.
Oh, there goes the neighborhood. Alright, so like we talked about yesterday, make sure you're taking breaks, otherwise you are going to die of dehydration out here, especially in the desert. About to grab some food, head back to the hotel for a while. Nothing huge this morning, picked up a few books, and at the end of these videos I'll go over all my pickups from the show, and we'll go over it there. But as for right now, we get some food for the fam. I have to say the food selection is a lot better now than it was in the past. Heading back to the hotel right now, just testing out the new microphone setup that we got. Hopefully it sounds pretty good. Like I said earlier, didn't get a whole lot this morning, mostly just doing reconnaissance work. So checking out some stuff, gonna go back, get the family, work on the video a little bit because the first one's doing really well, so thank you guys for checking it out. Now, trying to find lunch because I'm getting hangry. And that's a big thing. When I was younger, we would go like the entire day without eating, just power eat at the end of the day. Dumbest thing you could do. Make sure you get food, take rest, relax. It's hot. Well, I just did something I vow I never do at a con.
A few moments later.
Alright, forgive the abrupt ending earlier. Unfortunately, we all ate something that didn't agree with us this afternoon. So where you last left me, that's when I left the con. Went back to the hotel to rest, relax. Unfortunately, wife wasn't feeling so hot, so we just kind of rested the rest of the afternoon. I tried to watch the kids while she could sleep. But I'm gonna get back to you soon here. We're gonna go over all the pickups from the first 2 days, and we'll talk about what books I picked up and what books I got signed. Actually, you know what? Before we go over the books and stuff I got signed, I think I'm gonna get something to eat. I am starving. Let's go find something to eat in downtown Phoenix. All right, back to the hotel we go over some books, ate some food. That was actually a really good brat, I have to admit it. Let's head up. Well, as you can tell, we're not back at the hotel or at Phoenix Fan Fusion. It's actually the following Monday, Memorial Day. We came home a full day early because unfortunately the thing that was making my kids not feel so well turned out it was a stomach bug that myself and my wife also caught. So Saturday afternoon and night weren't the greatest. Sunday was especially awful for me. Thank you to my wife for taking care of my baby self. We decided to come home early, so I didn't get to go over the books and everything I got at Phoenix Fan Fusion. Or go back and pick up one of the books I had negotiated at a really good deal on. So hopefully they forgive me if I reach out to them and they still honor the price we agreed on. But until then, let's cut to me going over the books and the pickups we got. So I got some cool slab books. I got some books to help finish some of my runs. And I got some cool books signed by some cool people, as you saw in the previous video and in the current one. But yeah, let's cut to those videos. Or those books. You know what I mean. Alright everybody, we're back at the house now. Let's go over the books I got signed and picked up there at Phoenix Fan Fusion. I'm trying to keep it down a little bit because, like I said, we all kind of caught a stomach bug. Everybody else is sleeping right now, and I'm the only person awake. All of us not feeling 100% just yet, but on the road. Like, I finally ate something for the first time in a day and a half today. I'm feeling alright. Alright, so the first set of books is stuff I got signed. Books I took with me to meet the artist or writer or whoever, and have them sign some books that I already owned that were possibly already signed by other people. For example, I have Avengers #1 here from the Heroic Age. And it was already signed by Brian Michael Bendis, but now I got it signed by John Romita Jr. as well, as you saw in the video with me shaking his hand. Another one signed by John Romita Jr. is Kick-Ass #1. Maybe you remember the movie. I liked it because it's an original story. It was fun. It was like, what if I became a superhero? And the comic shop they hung out in is actually one that's about 100 miles up the road from us, Atomic Comics. Granted, they closed for a while, but they are opened up again. So the next set is probably, it's not an artist that a comic creator that not a lot of people are too familiar with, especially if you just got into comics recently. But he was a pivotal point in a lot of books that meant a lot to me, a pivotal creator. And that would be Bob McLeod. Here's New Mutants #1. If you guys ever saw that movie that came out, could have been better, but I still enjoyed it. But yeah, New Mutants #1, drawn and written by Bob McLeod. And also X Factor #6, the full first appearance of Apocalypse. This is a key issue that I'm surprised hasn't gone up more in value over the years. And Apocalypse is probably my favorite villain in all of the X-Men universe. So I thought it was a cool book. This is actually my second copy. It was one of my Grail books for a while, but I swore I would only buy it if I found it out in the wild for a good price, and I happened to find it twice this year and a good price out in the wild. And he was the inker on that, I believe. And last but certainly not least, well, 2 books. So X-Men #1 from the early 90s, a book that most of us have in our collection. That was probably the first book in our collection for most of us people born in the 80s or late 70s. I actually already had it signed by Jim Lee and Chris Claremont, and I got Scott Williams to sign it. Usually wherever Jim Lee goes, Scott Williams is right there with him. And pretty much the same story. Justice League #1 from the New 52. Not a particularly valuable book, but something I got signed by Jim Lee, Jeff Johns, Scott Williams, and Alex Sinclair, who was the colorist on the book. Alright, so the next question is, what books did I pick up at the convention? Well, I didn't pick up a whole lot, especially compared to what I normally do. Actually, as one booth, I found a guy had a lot of Turtles books, and we made a deal on those Turtles books. I like the Archie comic run. It's not something I've collected in the past, but it's kind of like that in-between point between the TV show and the original comic books. So went from that graphic, gritty, and more violent one to the kid-friendly one, which you get with the Archie comics. I got the movie adaptation and the first 3 books of, a lot of order, sorry. The first 3 books of the Archie run. But as most people know that follow my collection, I'm trying to collect the original Turtles run, at least the first 15. And one of the ones I was missing was number 12, and I found it for a decent price at a guy's booth. And he had a few of the original books, so I went ahead and picked up a few that he had that were, you know, a couple bucks each. Nothing particularly valuable, nothing a whole lot. It just means something to me. Something I've started doing in recent years is I think comic books are safer than stocks at this point. So if I find a good book for a good price, that's probably only going to go up in value. I'm at a point now where I pick it up. Nothing I plan on getting rid of in the near future, but if something, you know, were to come up where I have to get rid of my books, at least they hold their value. And since we were just talking about Turtles, and I'm collecting the Turtles runs, start off with that. Turtles number 5, graded here at CBCS, which I know a lot of people, you know, still lean towards CGC, which I'm a CGC fan. But I really like the slabs on CBCS a lot better. And I think they've been grading harsher in recent years too. So a 9.4, Turtles number 5, add to my collection to go with my 1 through 4 that I currently have. Don't get crazy, the one I have is a 3rd printing and the 2 I have is a 2nd printing. I am baller like that yet. Fun fact about me, one of my favorite characters, I don't want to say favorite characters, but a character I've grown to really like, and actually I'll give credit to the MCU on this one, because I was a fan of the character before, but it wasn't until he showed up with Paul Rudd and the MCU that I really started getting into Ant-Man, especially the Scott Lang version. And that's what I picked up here. Marvel Premiere, number 47, first appearance of Scott Lang as Ant-Man. Oops, sorry, got that glare again. And it's weird, because I have like the light not really pointing towards us at all, but it still hits it. Oh, physics. But yeah, those were my pickups from Phoenix Fan Fusion. Sorry the video ended somewhat abruptly. Sorry that we had to kind of do this in weird steps, but bear with me. Dad first, video maker second. So we gotta make sure everyone's okay, but I still wanted to finish the video to get it up and have you guys check it out. Cool, tune in. We're gonna be heading off to California in about a week. Hopefully there'll be a video or two before then, but work's gonna be kind of crazy this week before we head out, and then it's gonna be a couple days of traveling, but we got a Disney day coming up, Northern California day. I'm trying to hit a comic book shop while I'm out there, much to some people's chagrin, I imagine. But we'll see how it goes from there. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for taking a ride with us. And if you haven't done so already, like and subscribe.